Hey everybody! Welcome back to Simon Says Cooks. Today, we're going to learn how to make my dad's tri-tip. Let's get started. To start, we're going to need to create our seasoning blend. We're going to need 1 tablespoon onion powder, 1 tablespoon garlic powder, half a tablespoon of fresh black pepper, half a tablespoon of kosher salt, half a tablespoon of paprika, half a tablespoon of barbecue rub seasoning, and then half a tablespoon of Montreal steak seasoning. We're going to want to give that a stir. Perfect. Next, we're going to get our tri-tip. We're going to want to add a little bit of olive oil to that. Get both sides. Let's go ahead and massage that. You can either do this in a bag or in a kind of container. It's really up to you. I'm just using a bag so that I can throw it away afterwards. Perfect. Now that oil's all massaged all over. Now we're going to go ahead and get our seasoning blend and put a little bit right here on one side. Give it kind of a shake. Let's go ahead and put some on the other side. Give it a shake as well. Kind of turn it around so we can get kind of every single angle of the tri-tip. And kind of rubbing it in, making sure it's kind of adhering to all the sides. I see one kind of blank spot over here I'm going to get. Here. Press. And again, give it some shakes. Make sure it's kind of coating the entire piece of meat. And then we're going to go ahead and zip this up, and then we're going to want to preferably let it rest overnight to marinate, a couple hours at least, but you definitely want to ideally, marinate it overnight in this kind of dry rub. See you soon. To a 225-degree preheated Traeger, we're going to go ahead and add our tri-tip. We want to start at a low temperature just so we can get that smoke to penetrate throughout the tri-tip. Once the meat has hit 135 degrees internally temperature-wise, we want to go and remove it now. Let it rest for a second while we crank the Traeger up to as high as it can go so we can sear. Now that the Traeger is at 475 degrees, we're going to go and put the tri-tip back on just so we can get some color and sear the outside of the meat. About 5 minutes later, we want to go and flip the tri-tip now. Also, please note that I'm going for a kind of medium tri-tip because that's what my family likes. If you're wanting more medium rare or rare, you're going to want to pull a little earlier than 135 I talked about earlier, more like 120 to 125 range. Another 5 minutes and we are done searing the tri-tip. Internal temperature wise, we're about a 145. Again, if you're wanting it rare, just pull it sooner than I did. All right, now that we're done smoking, we're going to go and pull this thermometer out now that we're done with that. We're going to wrap the tri-tip up in foil, and we're going to let it rest for at least 15 minutes, preferably 30 minutes. You just want to kind of let it rest, the juices kind of redistribute, and then we're good to go. See you in 30 minutes. All right, now that the tri-tip is done resting, we're going to go ahead and cut it. What you want to make sure is you cut against the grains. And in tri-tips, there's 2 separate grains. So half of it is going this way, and then it kind of switches and goes halfway here. So you're going to do is you're going to cut right where it kind of switches the grains, and then cut that. And so you're going to cut against the grain again. So this one, the grains are going this way, so you're going to cut here perpendicular against the grain. this one, the grain is going this way, so we're going to cut here against the grain. And just like that, our tri-tip is done. Let's give it a try. So good, melt in the mouth, tender. Make sure to cut against the grain or it gets a little tough. Flavor is amazing. My dad sure knows how to make a great tri-tip. Thanks for watching Simon Says Cooks. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. We'll see you later. Bye.